dugos ng paghamon, mabuwal at madapaman, sabay tayong aahon. Posible kayang maburang alinlangan sa sarili, ang tapang sa loob makikita, taglay mo ang dugong bayani. Sulong laban, wag uurong. Pakinggan sa iyong puso ang sigaw na dati bulong. Sulong laban, wag uurong. Pakinggan sa iyong puso ang sigaw na dati bulong. Posible Posible kayang matikman tamis ng gintong minimithi, sa kagat ng bawat laban magtatagumpay kang muli. Sulong laban, wag uurong. Pakinggan sa iyong puso ang sigaw na dati bulong. Posible, sulong laban, wag uurong. Pakinggan sa iyong puso ang sigaw na dati bulong. Posible sa iyong puso ang sigaw na dati bulong. Posible, sulong laban, Pilipino. Pakinggan sa iyong puso ang sigaw na dati bulong.
ang mga harang sa atin at ang ihip ng hangin ay darating. Dahil titigil at ang lahat ay maglaho. Dahil kailangan ka, kailangan pa kita natin tayo iba. At kahit pa hindi mapigil sa mundo, at sa umagang darating, lahat ay aking kakayanin. At kahit pa ikaw lang yan, kahit pa ikaw lang Di ko man hawak ang panahon, maging ang ikot ng buhay. Basta't ikaw at ikaw pa rin. Ikaw at ikaw pa rin. Dahil kailangan ka, kailangan pa kita natin tayo iba. At kahit pa hindi mapigil sa mundo, at sa umagang darating, lahat ay aking kakayanin. At kahit pa ikaw lang yan, kahit pa ikaw lang yan, kahit pa ikaw lang yan. Di kita iiwanan, pangakong di pababayaan. Ako'y nandyan lamang, nababalot. Di kita iiwanan, pangakong di pababayaan. Ako'y nandyan lamang, nababalot. Di kita iiwanan, pangakong di pababayaan. Ako'y nandyan lamang, nababalot.
Good day, everyone. My name is Coach Vic, and I am from RoundNet Philippines. And in behalf of our organization, we would like to show our gratitude to everyone who's been part of our growing community. I am very excited to announce that today we give you 10% off when you visit spikeball.com website today. So go and visit the website, select your items to add to your cart, your sets, balls, shirts, merchandise, and many more. So don't forget to type in the promo code Coach Vic when you check out. So again, what are you waiting for? Go to spikeball.com today, get your set, and enjoy a 10% discount. So hope to play with you soon. Join the movement and spike on.
Join the movement and spike on!
There you go. All right, there you go.
Wow, another fresh Saturday, another great and exciting afternoon, Philippine physical education community. This is your Saturday afternoon continuing professional development partner, onephysed.ph. And of course, this is Coach JR Viterbo, founder and program director of onephysed.ph, and welcome here in our international featured PE teacher webinar series with the team creating meaningful physical education learning experience in the new normal. And of course, before we begin, I would like to invite everyone for us to have a quick prayer for us to bless our episode today. Join me. Let us all remember that we're in the most holy presence of God. Dear Lord, once again, thank you for another great Saturday you've given to onefise.ph community. Thank you for those who devoted time for this afternoon to be with us. And of course, we would like to thank you for giving our resource speaker for him to share something that I truly believe can make an impact to all the participants of this afternoon's program. Bless the entire duration of the program and we'll lift this up to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. Of course, no? Before we begin, I would like to give some important reminders. Again, take note, some important reminders. And one of that is, of course, if you're tuning in via YouTube Live, I would like to invite you to spare a little time to share the link of our episode. Of course, you have your fellow co-teacher, you have your fellow classmates, right? For those who are students, I would like you to share the link of our episode today because I'm really excited because we have another international speaker who will be sharing a particular topic for this afternoon. Again, share the link. And of course, some reminders. I would like to remind everyone for those who are at Zoom to please kindly put onefised.ph at the beginning of your name together with your, and after that, onefised.ph your full name so that we can really recognize you. And we just want to request for those who are tuning via YouTube Live, let's always use the comment section for educated conversation, and always be nice whenever we give some comments, feedback there. And of course, you are all feel free to share your insights, no, to the questions, episode questions that I will be giving to you in a few minutes, no. And of course, for those who are with us here via Zoom, kindly always make sure that your audio is off, but it's okay if you will open your camera. And once again, I would like to remind everyone, no, as early as now, the same issue that we're always encountering, but I'm still positive about this because we know that this is part of something that we can work into. For those who are generating their certificates, again, when you accomplish the Google form later on, check that the link is already there. All right. Once you copy that link based on the instructions provided and you open that via browser, it will appear as make a copy. All right. Type your name and of course save as PDF for you to have your own certificate. All right. But later we're gonna be announcing something or give another announcement regarding on how will you be able to generate your certificate, to remind everyone, especially for those participants that will be late, no, for this episode. All right. As we move forward, with all honesty, it's been a pleasure to serve the Philippine physical education community by providing regular professional development training. Imagine doing this regularly every Saturday becomes a habit. And we thank, of course, for all the participants and all the friends who are always tuning here with us in onefised.ph every Saturday. All right. And of course, this can only be possible with the continuous support of the community to get relevant and meaningful professional development training. The regular Saturday becomes more exciting for us because we know that this kind of program can make a difference as we continue facing the challenges and demands of our profession. Again, we call this session that we are doing as a professional learning community. We are inviting resource speaker to share their best practices or their expertise in their respective institution so that the students, no, for those who are taking BPE, or let's say for those who are in sports track, or for those teachers, of course, the teachers, to get regular professional development training, which is, I believe, that can help you that somewhere, sometime when you have the opportunity to use this in your respective class, you have a reference on how we're gonna be implementing this. Okay, that's why we believe that you can also be one of our guests who can conquer the stage of onefised.ph to inspire our fellow PE teachers. That's why you, yes, you are invited. If you know that you have a special topic, an expertise, or a best practice that you can share to our fellow PE teachers, yes, I am encouraging you to share that here in onefisted.ph stage. All right. And now let's move to some of the most important announcements. All right. So before that, of course, we would like to announce that we would like to thank, of course, the Professional Pickleball Association of the Philippines, headed by Ms. Mia. Would like to thank her for inviting me just yesterday, Friday, to give a keynote speech in the ongoing Professional Pickleball Summit. All right. And of course, no, we are inviting everyone to attend because the summit will be until tomorrow. Watch out in onefised.ph because we're going to be sending the registration link for the sessions tomorrow. All right. Let me just accept some of our friends na sumasali sa ating Zoom. And of course, once again, we made the post already this week that we are very grateful, we are very thankful for the International Organization for Health, Sports, and Kinesiology for allowing onefised.ph to receive a grant for physical activity. What do I mean by this? Ibig sabihin po, okay, we're gonna be creating programs for adults, for youth, wherein the primary goal is of course to engage, is to provide physical activities such as sports, yoga, and other forms of physical activities that you will be that all or more people will benefit. Kaya naman po, we are inviting you to watch the announcements that we will be releasing soon on how can you be joining this event. And again, this is for free. Okay? And of course, we would like, again, para po sa mga hindi natin nakasama last week, hindi ko po na-share, but I would like to thank, okay, of course, the World Icon Awards, right? The World Icon Awards that happened last 2 weeks ago as we received this trophy. We are onefised.ph, the winner of the Iconic Teachers Training Institute. And because of that, we are grateful, we are thankful for the award that we received because the basis of this is, of course, the regular professional development that we are conducting every Saturday. That's why we would like to thank the entire community for always being here with us every Saturday to learn something, to join, discuss the topics that we have, no, para po, of course, for us to have a regular professional development. Kaya po, again, we are inviting you to always be with us every Saturday. And of course, I myself po is an awardee also of the World Icon Awards as the, what's the award given to me? It is the Iconic Teacher for the contribution in the field of education. And that's why I would like also to thank everyone for supporting Coach JR. And aside from that, kanina, you've seen in our announcements or our promotional materials that, yes, we are going to have a conference this coming December. All right. We ensure that our speakers will be selected. We invited some of the greatest speakers in physical education that we truly can know that can make an influence to everyone regarding the practice of physical education in the 21st century. There are a lot of things that we need to consider, to learn at this moment so that we know that the programs that we are doing, the practices that we are doing is aligned with the current trends and innovations, and of course, with the skills that need to be attained here in this 24th century. And part of the conference, of course, we would like to invite for those who have papers to submit your papers with us so that you have this opportunity to present your research during the conference. And of course, the conference will be this coming December 4, 11, and 18, 2021. And aside from that, because onefised.ph is already continuing professional development accredited institution or organization, we are already applying this conference to be CPD points, to be accredited, no, as for us to get a CPD points. Okay, let me just accept some participants. And of course, no, before we proceed, we would like to greet some of our friends tuning us today via YouTube, and of course our friends here in Zoom. Magandang hapon po sa bawat isa na nandito. Okay, Miss Lomi asks, when will be the registration? Watch out. Okay, watch out because the registration of the conference will commence starting Wednesday. Let me repeat that the registration for the conference will be starting Wednesday this coming week, 25, 26, October 27. We're about to begin the registration. And again, of course, we would like you to avail the early bird discount for this conference. All right, so batiin man lang natin ang ating mga friends who are here with us via YouTube, no? And of course, sabi ko nga, marami tayong mga kaibigan na kasama din dito sa Zoom natin, no? Magandang hapon. We are of different individuals joining us today. We have some teachers, no? Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. We have a student, no? Shout out Ira Caburnay, no? From Philippine Normal University. Nandito kasama natin ngayon. Oh, I've seen another friend na medyo matagal na nating kinakasama. Magandang hapon, Miss Makeda Yang. And of course, lagi suki natin, hindi talaga nawawala kahit nasisira na ang kanyang gadget. Sir Paul Laura, good afternoon to you. Right. And congratulations also for your session in the PPAP Summit yesterday. Yan, napakarami nating friends. And of course, sa YouTube, shout out din sa ating mga kasama dyan. We have Eloisa Marie Agabao from Isabela State University. We have from Luzon already. We have Glenice Joy Genovita Mission from Biliran Province State University. Okay, yan. Meron din po tayong mga students here, our regular attendees from St. Vincent College of Cabuyao. Walang iba kundi si Jerome Bacarisas, a BPED student. And hanap pa po tayo ng ilan nating mga friends na nandito sa atin ngayon. And then, dami nating mga students. Si Marvin John, shout out sa iyo. Magandang hapon from Western Philippines University, all the way from Palawan. Yan, napakarami nating mga naka-tune in pa rin. Alam po natin na marami din tayo mga programs and activities with our friends, ating mga kaibigang organization, mga na meron ding mga activities and programs this Saturday. That's why alam natin na yung iba rin, syempre, they're attending that. And of course, yan naman po ang pinaka-goal natin, to provide more opportunities for learning sa ating mga kapwa guro. All right, no? That's why we are inviting everyone to, again, let me remind, to share the link of our episode for this afternoon. Pakishare po para ang ating mga friends, mga co-teachers, fellow students ay makasama sa ating episode. And we are inviting everyone to like and follow our official Facebook page. Imagine, actually, parang nano ako, wala akong kausap, no? Kasi sometimes nandito yung ating co-host na si Sir Jeco, but of course, medyo may mga importanteng bagay na ginagawa si Sir Jeco. And that's why, no, again, kahit mag-isa ako dito, I would like to invite everyone to like our official Facebook page. That is www.facebook.com/onefised.ph. We also have our Twitter at onefised.ph, our Instagram at onefised.ph. Also, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like the videos of onefised.ph via YouTube. Again, take note of this, that for all the announcements, we use the Facebook page of onefised.ph. While for the streaming of the regular professional development training, we use YouTube. Again, para alam lang po natin. For announcement, Facebook. For streaming, YouTube. No? Who knows that someday, again, ang ating website po ay naka-launch na, but may ilang bagay na inaayos po. Dahil of course, meron po tayo, dito po natin store lahat ng ating mga naging professional development training. It is an e-library na pwedeng i-access at of course, pwede ring makapag-generate ng inyong mga certificate. It's launched na, onefised.ph.com. But still, may inaayos na ilang bagay para mas ma-enjoy nyo yung experience when you visit this interactive website. Dahil po, hindi lang siya static, no, na makikita nyo yung details. Pwede rin kayo doon mismo mag-aral ng mga nakaraan nating mga episode. And of course, hindi natin kakalimutan ng isa sa pinakamabait nating kasama dito sa onefised.ph, ang Nutra Bud. Of course, no, hindi natin makakalimutan ang benefits ng NutraBud. Alam natin na napaka-stressful, napakadaming ginagawa at this day and age, no? And dumagdag pa ang pandemic. But of course, meron tayong solusyon dyan. No other than NutraBud. Dahil of course, we know that it has a lot of benefits na pwede nating enjoy. Ano nga ba ang mga benefits nito? It is an immunity booster for antiviral, antimicrobial, gives energy for heart support, brain protection, bone health, diabetes prevention, prevents arthritic condition, promotes kidney health, fat burning, and gut health. Imagining harnessing all these benefits by taking one soft gel capsule daily. Great investment for a better and healthy you. Kasi sa panahon na to, wala tayong magagawa kundi of course, yun yung pwede natin gawin, mag-invest for as a supplement para sa sarili natin. Dahil mabait ang NutraBud, gusto ko ring banggitin na if you're gonna be purchasing NutraBud via Shopee, okay, they will be giving you 10% discount. But you have to type the code NutraFed, NutraPHED, para ma-avail nyo itong 10% discount. Imagine one bottle for 2 months for around 300 pesos already. Then you get all those benefits given, of course, by NutraBud. But if you would like to know more about the details of this product, feel free to visit their website at www.thenutrabud.com or via Facebook page. That's www.facebook.com/NutraBud. And let NutraBud be your health supplement. Okay, for further details, if you want to ask something about this, feel free also to message me personally. Okay? Now, nandito na tayo sa part na ito na pinakaantay ng ating mga participants. We're in. Okay? At this point, I'm about to introduce already our resource speaker for this afternoon. But a reminder lang para sa ating mga nasa YouTube at nandito sa Zoom, I'll be posting our episode question later. Sana po makasali kayo sa ating discussion. All right, so let me introduce our resource speaker. I know he is excited, he's extremely ready. That's why let me introduce our research speaker, teacher at Raffles Christian School, Jakarta, Indonesia. Right? And of course, he's been teaching physical education for 17 years. Okay? And take note, because this is the topic that he's about to discuss this afternoon. He is a former national street baller. All right? And he has a passion in coaching and being a teacher, love teaching the young, or let's say the kids. Hindi ko na po papatagalin. I was able to build a friendship with this man last year conference, and it's continuing now. And napakadali naming mag-usap whenever there are things that we want to discuss. We just chat, no? And whenever we're free, we call. I would like to introduce our international physical education featured teacher for this afternoon, who will be giving a topic about incorporating street ball. Wow, no? Skills in PE lesson all the way from Jakarta, Indonesia. Let's give a round of applause to our resource speaker, Mr. Ramat Sarlis. All right, I call him Sir Max, right? Coach,
Yes.
how are you this afternoon?
I'm all good. I'm all good. Thank you so much. I thought I'm gonna be late, uh, and I was in a rush actually. So sorry for the last minute.
It's
Was it
okay.
last minute? No, last minute, right?
Yeah, I know. How many hours the difference? 2, right?
2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 hours.
I need to adjust the time.
Yeah,
Next
but
next year conference. I'm hoping to be invited again.
yes, we are. Whenever there's an opportunity and you are free, onefised.ph is always your home.
Awesome. All
All right.
Okay.
At this point,
Sorry.
we may now start.
Okay, Mr. J, can you hear my sounds okay? My voice okay?
Yeah, your audio is clear.
Clear, yeah?
A while ago we were hearing something, but now it's better. Don't
Okay.
worry, I'll be here because from time to time I'll remind you if there are some problems, technical problems. All right.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So, mabuhay all fellow PE teachers in Philippines, and I'm hoping to see also from Indonesian. I'm sorry, from Indonesia, Indonesian PE teachers also, because I share the link also. I share the link. I share the poster last time that given to me. So anyway, thank you again, Mr. J, and the rest of committees who still willing to invite me to this international conference. I've been looking forward to all of your international events. Okay, let me just introduce myself. You can refer to me as Max because
Max.
yeah, Max. Yeah, my real name is Rahmat Sarlis, so I prefer to be called Max. So anyway, again, thank you so much for the short introduction. And then I'm going to share screen. Is that okay, Mr. J? Yeah,
Yes, you
I
may
was
now share
okay.
because I already added you as co-host.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, now this is a topic that I shared with Mr. J last time. I mean, this is quite controversy. I mean, I'm not saying this is against our PE curriculums, but this can be still related to the topic, the skills topics that we have in our PE curriculum, especially basketball. So I did some modification when it comes to my PE lessons. So in the end of this, you will see the students' outputs. Yeah. How many coaches?
Great.
How many basketball coaches do we have here? Because I think they might ask me question or they will be questioning me because oh yeah,
Yes,
Mr.
Mr.
De Guzman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
picture
Okay.
is he's coaching basketball. I know.
Yeah. Okay. Now I need to make some announcement, quick disclaimer. This is a reminder for our basketball coach. Yeah, for our basketball coach. Again, I know the street basketball is quite what do you call this? Way from the fundamentals basketball. But my
Yeah.
idea here is to have the kids to what do you call this to motivate them in some different approach because I know some of the kids yeah that I train in basketball varsity team and also in the PE lesson itself I see that they have different exception. Like when it comes to the skills, they find it when I coach them just fundamentals. For example, okay, dribble with your right hand. Remember using the finger pads. Basic, very foundation of basketball skills. They've been learning this since they are before primary. What do you call this? Each primary levels. But we need to modify that to the next level when they are showing their interest still in basketball. Okay, so reminder for the basketball coach. I know this is against some of the skills that I've shared with you. It's against the FIBA rules or the official rules, but
Yes.
not yet. They'll be surprised in the end of this because I did some modification and most of my kids love it so much. They want to learn more. They have interest in basketball more. They want to be, they have what do you call this? They have let me see, dream to become, someday a pro basketball player, hopefully. And this little boy now, I think he is in the Philippines. Yeah, I've been teaching him from P1 basketball, and then he was one of my secret weapon when it comes to basketball competition. I think he will be applying to UP. UP is it?
Is he a Filipino or
He is Filipino. In the end of this, I
Oh,
will. I will.
all right.
Luckily, that at the time I made some documentation from when he was a P1 until he graduated. So it is so proud. I'm so what do you call it? I'm a proud coach because I see the phase of development.
Progress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
progress as well. Okay, now again, let me just emphasize on this. Again, our meeting is not to ruin their fundamental basketball. Yeah, we will stick to the skill itself. So, coaches out there, please. I know you might ask some question. Why do you have to do that? No, this is just approach for me to introduce the concept of the basketball. Now it all started from the modification that I have. This is not innovation actually. It's basically I modify a bit. I use one of the visual aids. I use some YouTube video that happened to be video games. I think some of us are familiar with Wii or the interactive games. Yeah. So I'm just going to this is all the start of my modification. Yeah, my basketball lessons. So basically, I'm just gonna quickly show you a video. Basically, I'm using this one for me to actually encourage my kids to invite them more into basketball. So yeah.
Coach, can
Sorry,
you
Mr. J, can you hear the sounds?
it's about it's a bit the volume's low, and
Oh,
if
okay.
you can just expand the screen of the
Oh,
YouTube.
okay, okay. Make it full screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. The sound's not that clear.
Oh no. How do you do this?
You can do screen share again, but before you screen share,
Oh yeah,
make
yeah.
sure you turn on the audio.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm not quite tacky when it comes to this one.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
Yeah,
part of the game.
yeah. It's part of being.
Yeah. But
Okay.
while Coach Max
Okay.
doing
Oh yeah,
that,
yeah. Here. I
all
forgot
right.
share sound.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot on the box. Sorry, sir.
All right. It's okay.
Sorry. Okay. So anyway, let's go back to the video. Sorry, I have to shout a lot, a little bit because I'm in a public some cafe here near. Okay, basically this is what I show
To
them.
develop real skill.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Well, let's
skip.
see how it's done.
Okay, this
It's all
is
about dribbling to the beat. The Connect tracks every move of your body and every bounce of the ball. Let's go. The first thing that you'll notice is that the dribble tokens, the virtual basketballs, they move down towards the hit zone.
okay. I'm not gonna play the whole video. The idea is to when I project this video on the projector, I ask the kid to stand up. Okay, now before that, again, I as a teacher, you need to introduce very basic skills when it comes to dribbling. But this is easy, very easy one. P1 also can do this. They learn actually the direction and they learn actually the body control, moving left, right, and the ball control itself. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop this one, the video, because I'm not going to. I don't want this to consume much on. Instead of we are sharing of our presentation or watching video. Okay, so basically this my presentation here is more about technicality when it comes to the modifying concept of imparting skill in basketball. So as Mr. J mentioned about incorporating street basketball skills into PE lesson, which impossible for the first time. And as a coach and basketball player and PE teacher, you need to be careful also when it comes to showing that skills in the street basketball. So that's why I'm going to break it down so that every time I share this is legal move, this is legal skills, this is okay, this is accepted in the game situation, something like that. Okay, so mabuhay. Mabuhay PE, fellow PE community there. Okay, so now as I mentioned that the topic is about street ball. Again, this is just a sum up history in nutshell about the street ball. I don't think I'm going to explore more in this. Basically, it started back in 1970s, actually, long time ago. But it just what do you call this? It's getting hype now. It's going to be more like into trend center of games in 2000s. Yeah, basically the history itself start from 1970, where Dr. J and very famous old basketball player played. Okay, so I'm not going to explain and explore more in this. You can actually click on the Wikipedia, basically what's about the history of street ball. Now, as I mentioned in the previous slide, the beginnings of this game is in the 70s. As you can see, the old picture there, the famous basketball court in New York. Everybody knows this is a hype basketball court. Now I think they make it into like a sort of a cage basketball, street basketball. Yeah, I think the coach who have interest in basketball. I think that this is very famous. Yeah, this is very famous. Okay, now where the basketball court itself, the street basketball court itself, actually a lot of most numbers of professional becoming professional pro basketballer in NBA. Yeah, outside of NBA, Europe. Some of the good players is actually coming from this court, this Rucker Park. Yeah, so this is the center where they produce a good, talented basketball player. Now, let's just move on with the next slide. Of course, with this hype, with this trend center, now you can see, especially in Philippines, yeah, in Philippines, 100, I think 95% basketball is the main sport. Basketball is the main sport. In Indonesia, we can only be proud of our badminton players. We are famous with that one because we won numbers of international competition.
Yes,
Yeah.
true.
Sorry, Mr. JR, I have to represent.
Yes, I understand. Badminton.
But Philippine, Philippine, awesome. I think it's number one in Asia. Asian basketball.
Southeast Asia.
Southeast
Yeah.
Asia. Yeah, sorry, Southeast Asia. I think more in NBA. No, I think more players coming also from Philippines. The guapo famous player, I think Kobe Paras. You familiar
Wow.
with the Kobe Paras? Yeah.
But he's now in Japan.
Yeah, he
Playing,
attended
yeah.
the B League.
Yeah, the B League.
The B League. But yeah, I cannot say enough about Philippine basketball. I follow PBA back in my high school time. I also identify the old school baller also from the dad of Kobe Paras, also very famous. Yeah. So anyway, so we cannot actually avoid this type of trend center, especially kids. Yeah. So the influence of the fashion, the lifestyle fashion, basketball shoes, and the music also. Now they are getting into the video games, which if you play the street ball or the non NBA type of video games, they created a games that have some of the street ball moves, which is impossible in that game itself, in the video game. But some of the skills can be applied there also. I think coaches here out there, I think you guys agree with me, right? Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Okay, now as you can see, these are the founders. No, not the founders actually. The pioneers in the street ball. Yeah, as a global movement, I think street ball pro players. I think I remember Hot Sauce went to Philippines last time. King Handles also went to the Philippines last time. I think you guys can check on the YouTube channel. So these are actually the most street basketball influencer in the social medias nowadays. Yeah, the bond collector still consistently posting in the social media some of his highlights. The King Handles also, and the professor. I don't know to Hot Sauce, but I think Hot Sauce last year, I don't know, maybe he's getting old. Yeah, I think he's now reaching 45 years old, as old as me. Oops, I mentioned my age. But anyway, age don't matter, yeah, Mr. J. As long as you can still perform, no problem.
Dr. J.
Dr. J. Oh yeah, Dr. J is now is getting.
Sometimes Kyrie, wear
Yeah.
costume, right?
Yes, that's right. That's right. Now, in Indonesia itself, we have one prominent ex-pro basketball player. His name is Bayu Radityo. He started his YouTube channel, making it like a small competition between because the thing is, I'm not saying in Indonesia they accept this kind of street balls. What do you call this? Yeah, how do you put this? Yeah, environments. Yeah, but to channel their skills into the platform, Bayu Radityo, one of the prominent ex-pro player, and then he also one of the famous street basketball. He come up with his YouTube channel, his street ball movement, street ball legends. I was invited last time. I lost for second time against the young blood. So you can check on the YouTube. I participate in this competition. Yeah, streetball legend. So I'm okay because legend anyway. So that means you're old. But it's okay. We compete with our physicals, right, and age as well, whether we can still perform. But at least I can make the score not far wrong. Yeah. So in Indonesia we have this, and in Philippines, yeah, I wanna promote this as well. I've been following this movement as well. Coach Maverick, phenomenal basketball. Yeah, it's in the Facebook, YouTube also, and Instagram. So he have also quite strong community, streetball community in Philippines. Yeah, and also one of I don't know whether who's the most subscriber in their social medias, but the Hoop X and the phenomenal basketball community in the social media, they have like more than million, Mr. J, more than millions of subscriber. You might want to check with them. Maybe they can share some of their expertise when it comes to teaching details about the basketball. Yeah. But the difference between Indonesian streetball and Philippine streetball, Filipino streetball is more like legal skills. Yeah, like what do you call this? Crossover, but with the flashy and flare movements. But in Indonesia, more on tricks. Yeah, if you can embarrass your opponent, point. So more like tricks. But I prefer actually Philippine street basketball because they still follow the rules, yeah, the FIBA rules and the legal rules when it comes to basketball. Okay. Now, I hope teachers, coaches, whoever attended to the seminar, you might want to take note, yeah, and then see how it goes. And I also learned a lot from these two community platform, yeah, social media. Okay, now we're going to go to the deep what do you call this, our goal. Now I mentioned about sharing and imparting some of the skills. Again, my objective at the time to tell my kids this is more into performance. While you are performing, you're going to learn this fundamental skills, and you're going to learn how to adapt with the music, learn how to count 4 counts and 8 counts together as a performer. But still, there's some basic skills there, yeah, fundamental skills. I know not all of the kids know how to dribble with one hand, left hand or right hand. I said it's okay as long as you can actually apply. That is the matter. That is the point in learning. At least you adapt. At least you know actually, and you get to know the basketball itself. Now, reminder, yeah, to the coaches and to the teachers here. Somehow we cannot see and monitor our kids when it comes to learning skills in basketball. They will get from internet. They will learn any skills from internet. But this is where the coach need to put your stand on that fundamental skills need to be imparted. Yeah, because it's here on the point two. This might ruining the fundamental basketball if they don't know, and if they are not introduced with the skills, basic skills. Now, again, like I said, internet is going crazy nowadays. Yeah, so the kids might see different skills, which is legal or illegal. They cannot tell. So you need to impart. Yeah, because that's why internet, have very strong influence in terms of impacting some of the skill in the game situation. So if a non-game situation like on official, go ahead. It's just for recess, time, bowling. It's okay, no problem. But they need to know the difference between the legal and illegal moves in the basketball game. Okay, but also when you see the street ball is, wow, what is that? It's like more in entertaining skills, but yet not following the rules. You know what? The advantage of this is actually to improve confidence. Not all the kids, have a strong confidence when they have the basketball with them, and then there's one person try to stop. So they don't have that confidence. But by doing this, by applying some of the moves, yeah, it's more confidence and it's more pride to them. So for example, if they are succeedingly pull one of the street ball move, like putting the ball in between the legs, that is not easy. You have to be this much of confidence to do that. But if it succeed, boom, continuously you have that confidence still there, in the game situation, whoever you are facing, whoever whatever what type of games that you have. Yeah, as you see, again, improve confidence on your body control, ball control. As you can see also, I think you're familiar with Harlem Globetrotters. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can see
They're
how
famous.
yeah, they are famous, they're very entertaining as well. But if they don't have confidence, they cannot pull one of the skills there. Yeah, so that's why I always emphasize this to my kids. You can do this, you can do this. Now you will be surprised actually to see this in the end of the presentation. Yeah, I will show you after. Okay, so again, let me just go to details about this. Entertainment purpose is 90%. Footwork and ball handling, just 10%. Scoring, layup, dunk, or 3-point, there is only 10%. Because why? When you are doing some of the street ball skills, you need to be able to dance with your legs. Yeah, you need to be able to balance the move between left and right. Because why? You will dance with the opponent. You will dribble, hypnotize them, and dribble, size up, and read your opponent. That's why it's the purpose of this. Yeah, I hope the coaches agree with this. If you want to apply this to your kids, yeah, ball and footwork. Again, ball handling, footwork. When you are applying these skills to the kids, trust me, it takes 90%. Yeah, so you need to prepare the lessons as well. Okay, now another skills uh, that they learn. Actually, yeah, of course, we need to have a good what do you call this, good training approach to your kids. You don't want to go through same routine over and over again, routine the same thing again and again. Yeah, sometimes my varsity teams also feel like, oh sir, we do this, we repeat this again and again. Actually, in terms of coaching, of course, you need to have memory muscles, repetition. That is very basic, right? But of course, you need to modify also the skills. Yeah, modify and making it sort of entertainment. So I have attached the video here. Again, I'm not going to play it. It's gonna take some time. So whenever you're free, you can check. Yeah, with your colleagues or Mr. J. If you want to share my YouTube channel, go ahead, Mr. J. Okay. So again, fundamental mastery for b-ball, team and non-team. Okay, straight skills. We're gonna select and choose the one that accepted in the games, the one that the one that improved on the student itself when it comes to the skills. Yeah. Again, reminder: this is street ball. So when you see your kids during the games, doing some flashy skills, shaking, baking, shame God, in and out, behind the back, crossover. Please don't stop them. Just let them experience that. Yeah, let them experience that. Don't like give them reminders. Hey, what are you doing? Stick to the basic. No. At least try. At least try. Try to encourage them. Okay, you can do this one time, two times. Okay. Yeah, give the kids time. Yeah, because that's what my experience last time. It works, and more confidence. You will see more confidence in the games during the game situation. Okay, so now, this will be for the basketball coach. Yeah, this will be for the basketball coach because this is the one that accepted in the game so far that I have applied. Yeah, backstab. This is not like a backstab, really. This is just the terminology, names for the basketball handlings. Yeah, throwing between the legs. Yeah, so hypnotize when you dribble the ball, sizing up your players and read the defenders. And again, the aim is to make it fun. Yeah, to make it fun, so that your students, your pupils, can actually uh, explore and dig more about basketball. They have their curiosity in basketball, so it's not just that. Okay, so Mr. J, this is not a test. I hope that I can play one short footage here. So checking with the one of the coach if this is illegal or legal move.
All right, let's go.
Okay. All right. Now question time for the coach. You can chat box me. The first the first footage that you've seen, is that illegal or legal? Okay. I hope. Okay. No one responding yet.
Yeah,
Uh,
there you
may-
go.
Maybe because it's new.
He
Okay, the
says,
first is clean if we're playing street ball. Okay. All right, Mr. De Guzman, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Guzman. How do I say? How do I
yeah, you're right.
Mr. Guzman. Okay, now let me just answer this to Mr. Guzman. The first throwing up, I'm not throwing. What do you call this? The ball, yeah, the basketball itself. you know that is actually legal because if you remember the games of Stephen Marbury against the Vladi Divac in the NBA back
Ooh,
into back into
90s.
90 something, that
Yeah.
is actually legal. I'm not trying to argue with Mr. De Guzman, just sharing the footage, but that one is actually legal. Yeah. The same concept with Stefan Marbury against the Vladi Divac at the time. I hope you'll be okay with that. Yeah. Because a lot of new rules, new movements now changing in the NBA. Okay, now that is my purpose is showing this is just again, like I said, this is more entertaining. If it's more fun if we play in formal and non-formal games. Okay, next. Now I share the rubric also to my kids. Yeah. Again, this is the performance project. Yeah. But implementing on some of the skills in the street ball. I hope I can relate this to the next slide and the next video. Ball control, free bounce from both left and right hand. So I let my kids to choose freely, whatever, because this is only the first introduction to basketball game. So I asked them, it's okay for now if you use both hand dribbling and left hand and right. And after that, you can guide them to next level. Ball catching, it's either from the bounce or pass. So when they are performing this, when they want to bounce it, they learn how to catch. Just basic catching, yeah? Because I'm sharing this to my lower primary, P1, 2, and 3. So we don't expect them to know exactly how to do this properly. Now, next one is synchronize on 4 or 8 counts to the beat. Yeah, while they are creating and showing their performance, they need to follow this. Ball handling cooperative, when it comes to the showcase performers, yeah, they need to have a good ball control and body control. Again, to all of this sharing, again, yeah, I will bring this to the points of still applying under FIBA rules in the game situation. I always emphasize and I always remind my kids whenever, okay, it's free to do this, but blah 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 blah, but still you need to know the rules when it comes to the game situation, FIBA rules. So that's what I always emphasize to them. Now, here come the moment of truth. From the slide 1, slide 2 that I share, the topic, the concept of the games I share. Now, we'll check with the P1 first. Yeah, when you are inviting P1 to the new topic, it's so difficult to share with them. Oh, guys, we need to do this, and theory-wise, you need to know how to do this. No. The kids nowadays won't listen, especially after the HBL. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for them. Yeah, because they are what do you call this? They are spending their time more into listening, right? And then when they come back to school, they don't want to listen anymore. They want to do. They want to act. So this is prior to COVID, actually, back 3 years ago. Yeah. So please, together, pay attention on this video. Again, like I said, when I introduce them with the new skills, I show them the interactive games, and then I expect them to follow direction only.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here today. Now, today's lesson is about basketball. Okay, so one of the skills in the basketball is dribbling. So we actually have 3 types of skills in basketball: passing, dribbling, and shooting.
Okay, basically, I introduced them to the skills first, and then I jumped into the interactive game on YouTube. And it's actually worked. They are all engaged. Okay, more on theory again. Okay, this is where
You can dribble, aim, fast.
Okay, there is the time where I showcase a bit my skills so that they are a little bit, wow, Mr. Maggie, you're awesome. That kind of a show off. You know what I mean? Okay, now this is where the part that I ask them to watch the slide.
Can you see? Okay, we can see it also. Okay, boys, get one. Okay, we're gonna start with count of 3 only. I want to see how well you can control with 3 bounce. Can we do this? Yes. Okay, ready? Right hand 3, go. 1, 2, 3. Catch right away. You have to learn how to catch as well.
Okay, I'm gonna skip that part. This is where I also guide them when it comes to dribbling. The fun part will be this one. As soon as you introduce them to the skills and then a bit a showcase to them, and then they showing an interest, then the best part.
Good. Okay, not yet.
Okay, I will stop this one because basically I'm sharing with them the concept of direction, left hand, right hand, something like that. Yeah, you can see the whole video on my YouTube. You can see on the video on my YouTube channel. Anyway, how do you make it next? Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the team, the varsity team. Yeah. Jolo. Yeah. Joseph. Filipino kids that apply some of the skills that I trained them since grade 1.
Hi, my name is Joel, and I'm from the Philippines. I've known Mr. Max as my primary teacher, like for PE, since grade 1 to grade 6, and he's also been my first basketball coach. He's an amazing coach. He's taught me everything I've learned so far. He's guided me to be the best player I can be today. He also taught me how to be humble and respect the game.
Maluwa pa Bosco, 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 Maluwa pa Bosco, 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 Maluwa pa Bosco, 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 Maluwa pa Bosco, 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 Bosco.
Woo! I was actually shocked when he actually pulled that kind of move during the competition, and he actually broke some ankles there. I'm a proud coach. I'm a proud coach. I was almost crying to see that skills applying in that game situation. Okay, now go back to the PE lessons here. This is where the output of the students, where they learn some of the skills and the techniques during the PE lessons. Okay, this is the process day one, their projects, and until end of the lessons where they get to perform.
Today, P3B, this is the D-Day for them. They've been practicing for how many weeks now? 3 weeks. Alright, they practiced 3 weeks during break time. I noticed also they practice during lunchtime. The aim for this presentation is to see whether they synchronize the basketball movement and the dance movement. Presenter number 1 will be girls. First, I wish you a good luck.
I'll roll up, I'll roll up, I'll roll up, shorty, I'll roll up, I'll roll up, I'll roll up.
It's your anniversary, isn't it? And your man ain't acting right. So you packing your diamond gear luggage up, calling my cell phone, trying to catch a flight. You know one thing straight, I'll be there, girl, whenever you call me. When you at home, that's your man. Soon as you land, you say it's all me. Ain't all G with him no more, you ain't entertained. Since I met you a couple months ago, you ain't been the same. Not saying I'm the richest man alive, but I'm in the game. As long as you keep it 100, I'm a...
Double down, I come to beat him, defeat him, and mistreat him. So what if that I'm cheating? Now everybody wanna sound
trembling like a chameleon. Why tough guy? Oh my God, I'm so. Cause they say you're. Well, it's another one in the gutter one. Get a running them, troublesome, extra double down. I come to beat 'em, defeat 'em, and mistreat 'em. So what if that I'm cheating? Now everybody wanna sound grimy. I'ma show you how. Come on, all in together now. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That's how it gotta be. So stop trying to be loud as me, 'cause you can do that. Think about the pay and rush roulette with it. Okay, press wait against the line and last first online. Never step in a rep in a run.
I'll roll up, I'll roll up, I'll roll up, shorty, I'll roll up, I'll roll up, I'll roll up.
It's your anniversary, isn't it? And your man ain't acting right. So you packing your diamond gear luggage up, calling my cell phone, trying to catch a flight. You know one thing straight, I'll be there, girl, whenever you call me. When you at home, that's your man. Soon as you land, you say it's all me. Ain't all G with-
I'll roll up, I'll roll up, I'll roll up, shorty, I'll roll up, I'll roll up, I'll roll up.
It's your anniversary, isn't it? And your man ain't acting right. So you packing your diamond gear luggage up, calling my cell phone, trying to catch a flight. You know one thing straight, I'll be there, girl, whenever you call me. When you at home, that's your man. Soon as you land, you say it's all me. Ain't all G with him no more, you ain't entertained. Since I met you a couple months ago, you ain't been the same. Not saying I'm the richest man alive, but I'm in the game. As long as you keep it 100, I'ma spin his chain. Well, it's another one in the gutter one. Get a running them, troublesome, extra double down. I come to beat 'em, defeat 'em, and mistreat 'em. So what if that I'm cheating? Now everybody wanna sound grimy. I'ma show you how. Come on, all in together now. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That's how it gotta be. So stop trying to be loud as me, 'cause you can do that. Think about the pay and rush roulette with it. Okay, press wait against the line and last first online. Never step in a rep in a run. In the spine, peace to the brothers on. Up for trembling, blending like a chameleon. Why tough guy? Oh my God, I'm so. Cause they say you're rhyme, they say you look like a gremlin. But what does it take to make a kid, make a million children? Slam, slam, slam. Let the boy keep on. Slam. Nasty, gritty, smashing, never slow gassing. Strictly swift, blast of the USG. Besides the ghetto vibe, make me flip like juggling hot. Of course, I come across with the pure. For sure.
Okay, that is the last of my video presentation. Can you still hear Mr. J? It says here
Yes.
my connection is unstable.
Yes, I've witnessed the performances of your students.
I was actually shocked when they actually managed to have the project with a short time, um, and yet they actually accomplish actually all the meeting standard and projects as well. So again, Mr. J, I think that's the end of my presentation. Again, let me just remind and emphasize this to the basketball coach, because I know it's a bit out of the box when it comes to the basketball context. But we can actually select and make it more interested, make it more entertainment for the kids, and even under the sun, under the sun, that is actually after lunchtime. They still want to
still
perform.
play.
Yeah, they still want to perform and showcase their skills, because that's how actually we our goal as a teacher to make them curious about some lessons, some lessons that we have teach taught them, right? So that's the idea. Okay, so what do you call this? Maraming salamat. Thank you. I think I'm done. And keep in touch. That is my Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Please support me. Support me to be more creative. And but of course we need to keep in touch. Follow lah. Yeah. Okay, Mr. J. I am done for today. So I
Wow.
will leave it to you. Thank you so much.
Wow, of course, as always, your creativity really reflects on the kind of physical activity you provided in your class. And of course, personally, what I appreciate here is that, of course, there will always be standards,
That's
right?
right.
There will always be standards. But sometimes when we want to be more creative with what we want to implement to our students, we need to go out of the usual and
That's
do
right.
and try to explore
Agree.
more. But in the end, you mentioned that the main goal is to allow students to move, to do physical activity and do something which, of course, maybe not an ordinary physical activity that they are doing. And I'm really proud of your students. But let me ask, are these activities done before the pandemic?
Yes, done before the pandemic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you mentioned a while ago HBD, just for technical matters. I think when I conducted the training in Indonesia, HBD is home blended learning. If I'm
Yes.
not,
Yeah.
yeah, all right,
Hybrid. Yeah. Hybrid.
yeah, hybrid. Okay,
Yeah.
blended learning. Just for some who are watching with us right now, because here in the Philippines, we have this online distance learning, or we call sometimes some students take modular. Well,
Uh, Sorry. One more
go.
thing, but here in Indonesia, now our government actually allow to have physical education when you are really implementing the very strict SOP. Like sharing items still can do, you can conduct anything, but as long as this is what do you call this, clean and make it,
Protocols, yeah,
yeah.
observing the
I don't, I don't,
protocols.
I don't know. I don't know in Philippines though, but Indonesia, when it comes to after PE, you can still, yeah, follow the
But
SOP. Yeah.
in the Philippines, some of the public schools and some selected private schools will have will conduct a trial. Okay, a trial stage
See.
to have a face to face, but that's gonna be in around a month or two. But it will happen. But let me just ask you, since you're already experienced to have a face to face class there in Indonesia, how was it so far that you went back after hybrid learning? No, how was it after when you go back to face to face, just for the other teachers who are here with us to have idea?
Um, Again, this is based on the surveys of the parents as well. If they allow the kids to actually come to school, there's some of because not all the kids will come to the school, right?
Yeah.
So only by approval of the parents, and then we select the kids. Not we select the kids. I mean, we of course we still conduct that based on the observing tight SOP. Yeah, we still have the blended. Sorry, hybrid. Can you say hybrid? Because some of the,
Mix, yeah,
yeah,
hybrid.
mix. Some of the students still having online while the teacher also teaching in the classroom. They can still see from it. We still have a Zoom, basically
Oh,
Zoom,
okay.
and yeah, 50-50, something like that.
50-50. Yeah, for
Yeah,
those parents who allowed their kids to
that's right.
go to school. All right.
That's right.
Yeah, but just to ask idea, because of course we're behind, the Philippines behind when it comes to having face to face, because of, yeah, it's a different story, it's a different matter to discuss. But going back to the topic that you discussed to the community this afternoon, what, aside from, you explained already that the students really appreciate, what's the impact of that kind of approach in teaching basketball to students when it comes to their engagement into physical activities? At the same time, do they enjoy the topic? Do they really appreciate? Are they longing to have another session, another topic similar to that? How's the result of it?
Well, you answer all actually, but my observation is actually not all the kids like basketball,
Yeah.
especially P1 and P2. They are
So,
fear.
sir, Coach
Yeah.
Max, just specify when we say P1 and P2, what that stands for.
Grade one, grade two, grade lower primary, lower
Okay.
elementary. Yeah,
All right. Got
because
it. Got it.
most of them are fear of catching basketball. I'm afraid I don't want, blah blah blah, because the ball might hit my face. But
Exactly.
yeah, but when I introduce this in entertainment way, they love to do it. They even one of the little girl, I don't know how to catch the ball, Mr. Max, because of the performance. They're working together as a team, peer pressure, no choice. I have to do it, Mr. Max. So that's meeting objective. Yeah, instead of we are, telling them what to do, blah blah blah, and I will allow the kids actually coaching themselves among the groups. So I think that is the main goal. I mean, for all teachers who want to teach new skills, and especially younger, who are afraid of basketball, not hit my ball hit in my face or my wrist or my fingers. That is the goal. Plus, you mentioned all the answer. You got it. You put it in one good summary for me. Thank you, Mrs. J.
I answered my question, but
Yes,
definitely it is right. Okay. Providing fun. That's what our students want. To have
yeah,
fun on what they are doing can really be something meaningful to them. And I'm pretty sure with the performance we've seen of your students, I think they really enjoy.
yeah.
And this is what I can say. Really, when we have this specialization, sometimes going in more than the usual is something that we need to do to shine more, to bring
That's
the
right.
best to our students. Because if we are just keeping on following on the regular things that should be done
Mm,
without adding a little more spice to what we can offer to the students, then we're just in the middle level, or let's say we're in the normal, right?
that's right.
But like in one we said, we always say breaking the limits, go beyond, right? There are
There you go.
extraordinary things that you can really do for the students.
Agree.
And yeah, just to make it quick, there are some teacher, there's a teacher who asked here, you are blessed because your school can provide a lot of equipments. But technically, I would like to ask, what on your own, by the way, on your own personal thought, what do you think can be done for schools? I believe this is also some of the situations in Indonesia. Well, how about those schools who don't have enough equipment and materials, but still they want to strive to do something like this kind of approach or activity? What advice can you give to them? There's no right or wrong, right? It's just an advice that you can give.
Okay, basically, it's all coming from, again, we need to know as a teacher, this is a calling, right?
All right.
So that's right. So if you work, following what you believe in from your heart, anything can be created, anything can be used. So it's matter how you actually start with your heart. So if you don't have passion when it comes to training the kids, it's going to be really painful. I mean, this is not your field, but you try. But even though this is not your field, you try by your heart, things will open. I believe that things will open, suggestion coming from everywhere, ideas coming from everywhere. Yeah, if you have that calling to teach. If Yeah, that's based on my experience only. I'm speaking by
Yes.
actually I don't read a book. So I don't want to quote some message from this and that. But yeah, I'm this is coming truly from my heart. So
Personal
that's
experience. Yeah.
personal experience. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And of course, with what you've done, I believe one way or another, there are things that you can see that should be done continuously, and there are
Yeah.
things that should be further improved. I believe, right? And
Right.
of course, like in the situation here in the Philippines, just try to imagine this, my fellow PE teachers. You've teach PE already using a modular approach. Just imagine, Coach Max, they're just gonna submit this paper with all the lessons there. The students will learn it by their own, right? That's an extraordinary approach already that you can offer to the students. But there are two topics that or two things or realizations that we can get from this topic. Number one, that basketball can be delivered in an extraordinary way using street ball. Another two is that creativity comes with a heart that is willing to do and sacrifice, of course. And of course, right? whether we like it or not, we are teachers. We are PE teachers. We know that PE teachers are really creative the way we deliver things. And I know for sure whatever medium that you're about to deliver, you can deliver it in extraordinary way. Just try to believe in yourself. And at the same time, again, let me quote what Miss Jocelyn D.R. Andaya, Undersecretary of the Department of Education. I always repeat this, the five-letter P's in life, which is proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? So that you will be able to deliver what should be delivered. All right, let's give a round of applause to Coach Max, to Coach Ramat Sarlis, no, our resource speaker. And of course, may I call now, may I request Coach Josh to please present now our humble certificate to our resource speaker. Allow me to read what's in the certificate. Certificate of recognition is hereby awarded to Mr. Ramat Sarlis, Coach Max, for generously sharing his expertise as resource speaker during the featured PE teacher webinar series in the team, Creating Meaningful Physical Education Learning Experience in the New Normal. On the 71st episode titled Incorporating Streetball Basketball Skills to PE Lesson via One Head YouTube channel and Zoom, awarded today, 23rd of October 2021. Signed yours truly, Coach JR. And of course, the technical manager, Coach Joshua Ben Villarreal. And last, Miss Hazel Carmen, our programs and events manager. All right, virtual round of applause to our resource speaker despite of the challenge, time difference, and of course, internet connection. Because just to let you know, he's our speaker last conference, last December 2020. But he had this difficulty with the connection. But thank God, he made it to deliver. Yes, yeah. That's why I really appreciate. All right. Salamat. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat.
All right. Okay, don't go, Coach Max, because
Yes.
we're going to take a picture with you together with those who are here with Zoom.
Me too.
All right. Okay, before we end, let me just tell you that the link for the premium membership is now available via YouTube. Okay, YouTube comment section. Okay, if you would like to avail the membership of onefise.ph and join our to continue the programs that what we are doing, we're inviting you to, of course, join our premium membership. And of course, we would like to apologize. Troll is now attacking our chat, okay? Yet, but we are finding ways on how to solve this, okay? Because, yeah, I think if we have trolls already in our chat, it means that really the community is growing. Okay, we cannot sometimes we cannot stop things like this, but still, I'm optimistic that everyone is, of course, right, smart, no, and of course, do not entertain any messages in the chat, which is, of course, not professionally written or heading us into something which is not good. Kaya po, for those there via YouTube, again, disregard those some of the messages being sent there by an unknown individual. Okay, all right, so. Now, at this point, let me just remind you that if you want to make a difference, aside from being our member here in onefise.ph, we would like to invite you to avail I'm not wearing it now, this is just a regular shirt, the premium shirt. Coach Max, you have it, right?
I have.
If it fits you, right?
Fit.
Yeah, we sent a shirt, the shirt to Coach Max in Indonesia last year. But again, if you would like to make a difference, the fundraising shirt is still available. All the details can be seen there in the link there in the chat box. And at the same time, it's also posted in our Facebook page. And again, we are inviting you to avail our fundraising shirt. Okay, I don't want to take this long. We learned a lot of things today. And because of that, hopefully that whatever you learn in this episode can help you to be a better PE teachers. At this point, before I give my final message, I just want to share now the link for those who are here via Zoom. Just give me a couple of minutes, okay? I'll just share the link of our certificate, okay? Once again, let me repeat, okay? That for those who will click this link, you will be headed to a Google form. Take note, okay, you will be headed to a Google form. You have to accomplish the Google form, the evaluation. Then on the fourth section of the form, you will see a link. Take note, a link. Copy paste the link in your browser, open it. You will be in a Google slide presentation. type your name, and save as PDF for you to get your certificate. Clear? Again, for those who are not here in this episode, you might not get that details. All right. Therefore, for those who are here, then we assure you that you can get your certificate. And if in the previous webinars you were not able to get, we apologize and we admit our shortcomings. But this time, I want to explain again that you have to get the link in that Google form. Again, we're having difficulty with the accounts we are using. That's why the Certifyem software is not working at the moment. For those who are here via Zoom, just wait for a couple of minutes. I'll just end our live so that I can share to you the link already. All right, this is episode 71 together with our resource speaker, Coach Max, Coach Ramat Sarlis, all the way from Jakarta, Indonesia, a very passionate teacher and who always welcome opportunities to share like this. Once again, hey, fellow PE teachers, you have a story to tell. Am I right, Coach Max?
Yeah!
Yeah, you have a story to tell, my dear fellow PE teachers. And I'm encouraging you to take the courage to stand here in OneFizEd.ph stage. Wala pong, hindi nyo kailangan may PhD. You don't need to be a PhD holder, master
That's
degree
right.
holder. Whatever works in your class is something that our fellow PE teachers and fellow PE teachers need. Therefore, that is a gem. Take the opportunity, send me a message, and I'll schedule you to be here in OneFizEd.ph. Wow, this is amazing. Another story that we witnessed, and we do hope that you will be with us because our speaker for the next episodes all the way from USA. You heard it right. Another Filipino teaching in the United States of America will conquer the stage of OneFizEd.ph next Saturday. So do not miss the opportunity because a dear friend of mine, Coach Jesrel Bontuyan from Zuni High School, I'm not sure if that's in New Mexico, USA, will be here with us to share another topic. That's why do not miss our episode next week. Once again, this is Coach JR from OneFizEd.ph saying, let's break the limits and let's go beyond. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas, mabuhay ang Filipino PE teacher. God bless! Watch out for the announcements regarding the conference. Okay, watch out the announcements for the conference. Also for those who would like to be member, still it's open. There, nakapin na. Now, all right, Coach Josh, okay, we're still live, I think. All right, so I'll just end the live.